What is up, everybody? This is Ian or Cerberus, and today I'm bringing you another Call of Duty gameplay playing Ground War Domination in Jungle. And today I wanted to talk about something a little bit different than the gameplay, so I do apologize if you are looking for tips and tricks, but this is not the video for you. So I've been thinking lately about something that's it's been on my mind, and that is technology. Technology of the past, technology of the present, and what technology will become in the future. And very recently, out in California, there was the E3 Expo, and if you don't know what that is, it stands for Electronics Expo and something else. But it's basically where big companies like Sony, come out and show their products that they're going to be coming out and releasing in the next year. And this year specifically, I saw things like split screen 3Ds and, just new video games, new 3D technologies. They had like the new Wii U or whatever, crazy touchscreen stuff. And it really got me thinking because in just a few weeks ago, I was watching this documentary called The Singularity, and it has a guy on it. His name is Ray Kurzweil. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. I do apologize if I totally butchered it. But Ray, it was and is famous for creating technologies that in their time were very advanced, and he made things like hearing aids for the deaf and lots of cool things. I recommend Googling him if you haven't heard of him. But anyways, Ray in this documentary he talks about technologies that he thinks were going to be coming in the next few decades. Within the next 20 years or so, he says that human technology will surpass human intelligence, and that means that we'll have basically super intelligent life forms or robots roaming around the world. And this really got me thinking, and it's a very controversial topic, and so that's why I thought that I would bring it to YouTube and see what everybody else had to think about it or had to say about it. And I really think it's viable. I think that it's very plausible that things like this will happen because, I think about just a few decades ago, in generations like my grandmother's generation, they didn't have computers. They didn't know what that was. And it's just people that are alive today still have no concept of technology, and that just goes to show that how fast technology has already advanced. And I think, well, in the documentary Ray explains the technological scale as exponential growth, which basically he says that, we have the basic building blocks now, and as we get those building blocks, it just makes it so much easier to go farther faster. And, computers today, computers that would have cost thousands or ten thousands of dollars, those computers' capacity are the same computers that I'm talking to you on right now. And, I'm uploading a video that's half of a gigabyte, which, 10 years ago that would have taken days on dial-up speeds, and now we have new technologies that can deliver over 100 megabytes per second, which for you non-computer nerds, that's quite a bit. But moving away from my total nerdness, you know, going back to the documentary, the Singularity, that was the name of the documentary, and they explain the singularity as the point in which human or artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence. And I think that raises a lot of moral and ethical questions, and I'm really curious as to what other people think about it, because like I said, I think it's very viable. Today we have microchips that just, a little while ago, a few years ago, took up twice as much space. And as we shrink down these technologies, that it's possible that it'll get to the point that we will be able to have microscopic robots in our bloodstream, and that these so-called robots can therefore be injected into our bloodstream and circulate around our body, healing us and fixing us and mending us and making our lives much more rewarding. Well, I shouldn't say rewarding, but you know, you'll live much longer. More longevity. But then the documentary also raised the question of what happens when we can't go any smaller. You know, technology can only be shrunk down so small. We only have, you know, so much space to shrink something down into. And Ray Kurzweil, what he explained was, at this point, which granted this would not be, even on his estimations, would not be for at least another 100 or 200 years, we would start expanding out into the universe and start expanding and turning other planets basically into satellite dishes and bases. And it's at this point that we would be able to explore out into the galaxy and basically revolutionize or technologically advance all the surrounding universe. And again, this raises a lot of questions. Although I don't like to go into the religious aspect of, you know, the world, I know that a lot of people, even I have friends at school that would say that they have a problem with this, that we are playing God, that we are going too far. Mind you, I am in no way a religious person, but I do think it is interesting. And everybody, in your opinion, if you want to, you can leave a comment in the comment box below and what you think. Would you be okay with this? Would you be okay with becoming slightly or half cyborg? Or would you deny it and then possibly die earlier? Which kind of leads into another topic. There's also the possibility that, well, it's supposed to be expected that within the next 5 to 10 years, not very long from now, that doctors will be able to fully understand the human brain, and they think that it's at that point that we will be able to basically record our thoughts and record our memories and ultimately record our subconscious. And you know, at that point we could actually upload our memories and our thoughts and our being, you know, expecting that our conscious, our thoughts, that's what makes us human. We could take those and upload them into the internet and basically, not physically, but mentally live forever. But it's also at that point that, you know, we're talking about this singularity, this point in which robots go beyond human ability and that they become the ones that are leading the advances and not humans. It begs the question of whether, you know, of whether robots are going to be taking over human society. Although I don't want to get, you know, cheesy 90s film on you, but, you know, the movie Terminator, minus the Arnold Schwarzenegger I'll be back, but minus that, we could possibly have, you know, technological war. But anyways, guys, these are the thoughts that, you know, keep me up at night. These are the things that I think about, and I'd be curious to know what you guys think on the subject. If you want to know more, like I said before, you can totally Google this guy. His name's Ray Kurzweil, or you can look up the technological singularity. There's a Wikipedia on it and all this stuff. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.